Welcome to Radio Graham. Canberra is Australia's coldest city, especially in the depths of winter, so I'm rugging up to go outside the house. But other places can be much colder than Canberra.
The Port of Seward, Alaska's vital trading link with the rest of the world. Nearly 1 million tons of freight passes through this port each year, from building supplies and heavy equipment to petroleum and coal. You ready down there, Dan? Over?
Yeah, I would estimate 25 car lengths to the hook.
Rail crew Danny and Animal are hooking together a mile-long train loaded with a critical delivery. $10 million of drilling pipe that will be used in the oil fields of North Alaska.
The oil industry in Alaska is the #1 business here. It's pretty much the lifeblood of the state.
The oil industry is worth around $9 billion a year to Alaska.
Put a popper in between the engines and this pipe loads. The reason we do that is because the pipe loads could shift. If they shift, they could damage the locomotives. Those are $2 million locomotives apiece. We have 6 of them up here today. So we do not want to damage those engines. We only have so many on this property, so they're very important to protect them. Everything looks real good.
Constantly on the lookout for anything that would affect the movement and safety of this train. We've got mirrors placed on the sides of the locomotives. You can look back and see behind you. You look out in front, critters come out, humanoids. You just got to stay alert and aware. If a critter did come out of the woods, we try to make noise and get it to move out of the way. Try to slow down.
I mean, we hit moose, we've hit caribou, we've hit black bears, grizzly bears. It's kind of gory sometimes.
Trains on this line hit more moose than any other animal. They find it difficult to walk through deep snow, preferring instead to use the snow-cleared tracks. Unusually heavy snowfall last year lured many moose onto the rail line, and nearly 300 were killed in collisions.
We're going to have no incidents. We'll see some critters and they'll be a ways away and they'll look good and they won't get hurt at all.
200 miles north in Sherman. This isolated wilderness is home to 76-year-old Mary Lovell and her 84-year-old husband, Clyde. They've been living off-grid for 49 years.
You want a cup of hot tea?
Oh, yeah.
This is a wonderful place to live, although there have been times, like the first winter that we spent here in this cabin. There was no insulation. It got down to 67 degrees below zero. You couldn't breathe outside, it was so cold. But that only lasted for 2 days. And then it warmed up to, I think, 47 below, which actually felt almost spring-like by comparison.
It can be really, really bad. If you don't use common sense, you can die in a hurry. We are real proud of our independence because we can do what a lot of people can't. A lot of people don't want to do, which I'm grateful for too, because otherwise it'd be as crowded here as it is elsewhere.
I like my independence out here. It's great. I can do what I want, when I want. But it's harder now than it used to be because we're older.
Recently, both Mary and Clyde have had medical problems. But the couple who raised their 4 children here don't want to leave the family homestead.
A year ago, I had a stroke. My hands stopped working. I couldn't make them do anything. I was trying to light a match, and they wouldn't work. Clyde came over to me and said, "What's wrong, honey?" And I couldn't talk. And our son called the the troopers, and they called a helicopter, and they couldn't get it off the ground because the wind was blowing at 70 miles an hour. So they called the railroad. Good old railroad to the rescue. They sent a medic up, took me to Talkeetna, and they said I was okay, except that if it had been a major stroke, I would never have made it because it took too long. It was 2 hours. That's the only bad thing about living out here is we're too far from a hospital.